Am I rizzing? Okay. Have a good lunch now. The moment the bell rings, Olivia shoves most of her things into her backpack, not caring if her notebook gets crushed. No cap? Once she zips up, she races out of the classroom. Guess she doesn't want to get caught in the chaos of the lunchroom stampede. Here's my lunch. You ready? A little bit more. Oh, it's so fucking delicious. Goy slop. I managed to avoid getting stuck in the frenzy by shuffling along the wall, the long way around the lunchroom. It's a bit longer, but at least there's less risk of getting used as an improvised meat club. Hey, why don't I just go in through the courtyard? It's right there next to the table. Damn it! Next time. Hey, is there a palm tree or something by the table now? Never seen one with a trunk that's green. I get around the last of the crowd and approach the table. Damien's here, chowing down on a sandwich stacked with various meats. And like yesterday, Olivia's already at the table. Hey Damien, you seen Liz? I thought she was joining us for lunch. Without a word, Damien points to the palm tree next to us. The palm tree was Liz. Oh, crap, that's no tree. I look up to see Liz's head in the rafters, prodding at the vines on the ceiling. That ceiling was a lot lower in the computer lab, so I couldn't tell as easily, but that neck is long. Anyway, hey Liz. Hey Inco, couldn't see you from up here till I heard you. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and get my food from the vending machines again. Motherfucker, you can't just have, like, Lay's baked potato chips forever in high school. Making my way over to the vending machines, I do the same song and dance I did last time. I'm shucking and a jiving. A card swipe and a few button presses later earned me a couple cans of soda, 2 bags of chips. Why the fuck is this your lunch every time? Dude, pack just a little bit. I'm mad at this guy. He's getting a couple cans of soda, some bags of chips, and candy bars. Kill him. It's like when the teacher asks if you brought enough candy for everybody. Only now it's true. You're just eating candy. Yeah, no fucking wonder he's bald, right? Ready? I head back to our table, the bundle of food stuff in my makeshift pouch, and distribute them. Olivia gets her share, but she doesn't say anything. Aw, sweet. Oh, I thank you, Inco. Damien, if you'd be so kind. Already on it. Damien cracks open a can of soda, just as Liz lowers her head down next to him. She's wearing a novelty soda cap. Fuck is a soda cap? Oh, that's a soda cap! He didn't speak. Well, you answered my question. He then speed swaps the old can with the new one, almost like he's swapping wheels on a Formula 1 racer. Thank you. No problemo. Liz's head cranes back up to the top of the ceiling to continue eating the foliage. So Nico, how's your day been so far? It's been pretty decent, I'd say. I'm mostly looking forward to photography, since Ben will show me some good photo spots. Cool, cool. Damien just nods as he continues to munch on a sandwich. I think he's zoned out about halfway through my sentence. Oh, and also Liz helped me submit my contest entry. Does this game have a Latinx? I don't think so. Awesome. Can always rely on Liz to help you out. Flattery will get... She's all the way up there, right? Flattery will get you nowhere, Damien. Just saying the honest truth. Liz entered the contest too, right? Everyone must be trying to win the cash prize. The money's... okay. She's coming down with the fucking leaf mouth. Liz comes down again with a mouthful of leaves. Her hands hold up a tray with each segment filled with a different sauce. She's saucing it up. It's your favorite Chick-fil-A sauce. Go, 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 go. Tell me now. But the real prize is having your submission featured on the sponsor's magazine cover and in a featured article. How is she still articulate? Better than me. Do you have any idea how great that looks on a resume? Heck, I could probably get a scholarship with that alone. Whoa, you really got all this planned out. What did you submit? She takes a moment. She swallows her salad and then shares a huge grin. I submitted my best digital art piece. Ooh, what is it? Here. The tray is set aside so she can bring out her phone to show Damien and me her entry. It looks to be a village townhouse piece, very rustic and classy. Looks pretty good. Yo, that's so cool. That looks so realistic. Thanks. Took me about a week to really blend some of the more fanciful elements into each other. I based it off my grandfather's home from the old country. This is amazing. You can't even tell the whole thing's digital art at all. Damien grabs hold of Liz's phone and turns towards Olivia. Hey, Olivia. She jumps up in her seat, having been suddenly made relevant to the conversation she was just spectating. You guys are into Chick-fil-A sauce and barbecue sauce? Good! Correct answer. What? I'm not giving these chips back, they're mine. I was just gonna show you Liz's entry. Olivia narrows her eyes and leans over to see the image on Liz's phone. She then looks up and gives Damien a quick nod before returning to eating her chips. Damien's smile falters a little at her minimal response, though he's back to his usual grin as Liz takes back her phone. Wow, Liz, I didn't know you were so into digital painting. That looks great. Do you plan on being an artist after graduating? After that? Oh, thanks. Well, no, I don't plan on being an artist per se. The plan is being an antiques dealer, specifically with art. What does that mean? It means she buys the splattered canvases everyone else just uses for money laundering. Ah, no. It'll be the real deal stuff. There's a real market out there for it. So I'm taking the AP business class and using the school's prestigious art program. That's actually why I picked this place out. There's a real elite selection of graduates from here. Oh, you're the school treasurer too, right? Sure am. I'm doing everything to make sure I'm ready for the real deal. I do love painting though. It's just an ends to a means. Maybe that's why I just want to get into trading. I can get the right people, the right art they need. That's very thoughtful, huh? I should start thinking of my future more. I wonder what Olivia thinks about this, if it even interests her. Damien is just exaggeratedly nodding his head up and down. And I don't know if he's agreeing with Liz or headbanging to some tune playing in his head. Sigh, says Olivia. I look to the side to see Olivia staring down at the chips bag, looking pensive. I guess I'm not the only one that's a bit worried about our long-term plans after school compared to Liz. But we got the whole year still. What about you, Damien? Don't really have a big goal set. Only reason I'm going here is because it's the closest school to our home. Damien, you know I keep telling you about planning ahead. I know. But I love keeping my options open. So what are you... Oh, no, this is Inco. So what are you doing in school? I just picked out any classes that seemed interesting to me. Though I gotta say, home economics class is pretty fun. I get to make food in class and eat it too. From learning skills in a class like that, you'd be a perfect husband. Yeah. Wait. What? What? Oh, get away. But to get back to my point, that art contest, If I win and get that interview, it's an insane advantage. I'll say. By the way, Olivia, did you submit something for the art contest? Oh. She looks away, slightly deflated. ... No. Really? Oh crap, I might have a chance then. Hey Liz, that sounds a certain way. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to sound like that. Olivia rolls her eyes and merely goes back to munching on her chips. Mr. Yadakon said you were really into painting. And I really like the portraits of me you made. Whoa. She what? Her suspicious leer is now replaced by a murderous glare. Would I Liz? I would Liz non-stop. No questions asked. Would I Liz? Look at the fucking possibilities, man. Would I Liz? What I meant to say was, yep. Lunch is the perfect time to eat my feet. I haven't actually seen any of her real work, only something she'd done out of boredom. Olivia's eyes close as she inhales deeply, the air of neutrality returning to her once she reopens them. I gotta grab a drink, and you do too. I've made a vile mistake. I've done something horrible. I started up After Effects. I hit the wrong thing, I just wanted to tab back into the game. Hang on. Turn that shit off. Olivia says, She looks me up and down again, as though something will be different this time. I just can't. What does that mean? Besides, even if I could, they're gonna be looking for the best artists here, so you gotta show that to them with how good your art is. But I just don't I don't want them to look at me and feel like they have to give me a reward out of pity. Damien's face is frozen mid-bite, his sandwich losing its meat integrity by the second as his eyes flick between Olivia and I. I can practically hear the blaring alarm in his head as his brain catches fire trying to connect dots. I want to be judged for my art and not... Olivia struggles to formulate the next few words and lets out a weary sigh. It would just feel undeserved. How? Yeah, how? Damien, shh. Has that ever happened before? Do people really do that? You weren't there for it. Some losers used to even tell me to take advantage of it. Why not? That was a bad move. Dude. Seriously? Why? So I constantly get reminded of myself, so I can't separate myself from my work, so I can get complacent being worse, so I can eventually rely on it, so the playing field can be even. That's a lot all at once. I'm not even sure I got all of that, but I definitely touched a nerve I shouldn't have. No, sorry. Olivia brushes her hair down. Look. I don't want to get awards and praise I haven't earned. I'm seriously not that good. I really shouldn't win. She sighs and takes a long sip of cola. I blew it? You blew it! Can I see some of your work? No. Man, she really shouldn't put herself down like that. I get it. A lot of students here are crazy good at art. Some are probably better now than I ever will be, and they're just starting. It's pretty scary to think about. I mean, like that landscape of the city near the principal's office. Landscape? Hold on, I took a shot of it. It's a bit tough getting my camera out now with all the books I needed for class in the way. I lay out the contents of my backpack, taking my treasured DSLR out last. After finding the shot in question in the menus, I turned the display towards everyone else so they could see the glamour shot. A freshman made that painting. From just looking at it, I can see why it won first place. Olivia says ... Is it Olivia's? I drew that. Oh. Her name's on it, isn't it? My brain finally makes the connection with the signature on the mural. That was you? Is it that much of a shocker to you? Quite a bit. Yeah, it looks amazing. I mean, it's whatever. Had to have some dumb guy to help me out, so it's not like I was the one who did it all. So when you say you can't enter, it's because you already won once? Yeah, basically. She looks away from us, eating her chips in silence. I've heard the expression of being one's worst critic, but I never expected Olivia to kick herself this hard. I'm mentally kicking myself thrice over just for thinking that last part. What? Something wrong, Liz? Does she bite her tongue or something? Why is she imitating one of those pitcher plants right now? Liz? What's with the look, long neck? Just surprised to see you in better spirits is all. You're making it weird. Don't make it weird. Yeah, it's been ages, Olivia. To think a Randy like Inky here got you to open up like this in just 2 days. He gestures to me. What'd you do, man? The girl in question freezes, Damien's thoughtless comments having thrust her into self-awareness. Out! She's out! She's out! Skedaddle! You move! She just leaves. Olivia, wait! She's gone. Well, she did give a warning. Yeah, I was just excited she was making good progress. The rest of lunch we'd spent trying to talk about Liz's art process. Damien looked like he wanted to try to bring Olivia back into the conversation, but no one had any idea where she'd gone. Still, a part of me thinks she wanted to talk. So why doesn't she? Sadly, a question for another time, as Olivia's departure seems to have signaled the end of lunch. At least Liz and Damien wave goodbye, leaving me to clean up the trash from the table, including everything I've removed from my backpack. Darn it! Photography class comes and goes. Since we're partners, Iadicon gives Ben and I the green light to walk around the campus. Ben shows me around to see his prime photo spots and such becomes my impromptu tour guide. It's actually pretty neat to see the parts of the school I haven't explored yet until now. Places like the music hall and recreational pool were the most interesting to see. Currently at the courtyard, Ben points out the views of the outer landscapes around the school. No wonder why Ben was so eager to show me. These views are impeccable. But while he's explaining the image he has in his head, my mind still wanders back to Olivia. I wonder what I did to make her express herself so much. Inco? Inco? Huh? I was asking if you'd be available sometime during the weekend to take photos. Oh, yeah, I'm free on Saturday. Excellent, we can meet up back here. Sounds good. As we head back to class, I begin to think if there's something I can do in history class. Can I cuck Ben? I would plow Mia. No bones about it. Back in history class, Miss Prockling continues prattling on about. And after a full final offensive that left the entire city of Triceratopsis destroyed, the Chthonian hegemony, bringing an end to their crimes against both Dino and humankind. With that, the Dino-Human War came to an end and peace was finally declared after a 10-year strife. Of course, there was the matter of rebuilding and dousing all those fires still burning, as well as what to do with the bodies and... Yawn. Oh. I should probably care more about Prockling's lecture since history has extremely strong cultural connotations. But man, is it boring! Ahead of me, Olivia has returned to her default sullen, deflated gloom. She's not staring back at me, so she's probably over whatever that was. Or she still doesn't know I'm here. Boy, will that be entertaining to see. Assuming I don't end up with a mechanical pencil jammed through a lens. The other students are similarly bored, only occasionally marking down something whenever it sounds like it'll be on a review sheet at the end of the week. Bro, I just reread that. I'm getting tired. Should we call it soon? There is, of course, no more note passing today. Miss Prockling's effusion yesterday must still be on their minds. There won't be any more chances given, and even though she doesn't seem threatening on her own, the consequences would be dire. Especially if she can call Solly over like her own personal enforcer. There's simply no getting around it. This is just a period we'll all have to sit through. And there isn't even any solidarity to be had in our shared misery. Simply the reality of high school history class. The only saving grace is that she isn't stalking around the room looking for us to do something wrong. Instead, we're being lectured at. My hand mechanically copies down whatever she's written on the board. And while I should be paying attention to what Miss Prockling is saying, I'm more than certain we'll be reading the exact same things from our heavy textbook. So my eyes wander away from her and the board to scan over my peers, all equally as bored and feigning interest. Eventually, there's a bit of movement ahead of me. What's she up to now? Olivia folds a sheet of notebook paper back and forth discreetly, creating a deep crease. Then she licks her fingers and runs it across the crease, and gently pulls. The paper rips along the seam silently. Is she making a paper airplane? Is she really risking it? What does she even have to gain? It's just a note passing game. Maybe she feels bad because she got caught yesterday? Oh boy. Olivia passes the note to her left. The student next to her raises an eyebrow but surprisingly takes the note. And immediately passes it on without looking. One by one, my classmates pass the note around. Nobody dares open the note and write something in. I surreptitiously keep track of the note in the corner of my eyes that makes its circuit around the room. Thankfully, Miss Prockling's eyes are focused on the board when I feel a tap on my shoulder. I reach for my ear, as if to give it a scratch, and the folded page is pushed into my waiting fingers against my ear. As I feel an edge grind against my earlobe, I chew my lip to keep the hiss of pain contained. Probably unintentional, but a paper cut still stings bad, especially on such a fleshy part. My fingers toy with the bundle of paper now at my desk. No one else had bothered with it. I wouldn't exactly call it an empty canvas, but there could be potential here. There's a crumpling noise beneath my fingertips. Must have unfolded it when I was thinking. Looking at the sole doodle on my sheet, I see a pretty simple rat drawing with a very realistic hand next to it giving a thumbs up. Plenty of space this time, and Miss Prockling is preoccupied at the front. She'd never notice. The temptation is there, making my fingers itch at finally giving a real chance to do something fun in this sleep-inducing class. In fact, I've got the perfect idea in mind that would catch Olivia's attention. If that doesn't ruin everything, that is. She's not uncompassionate, but Miss Prockling has a lot less tolerance for horseplay in her class. We probably wouldn't get another chance. And going by Coach Solly's one-chance policy and how these guys aren't even considering playing along, I don't think it'll be very pretty. Kinda makes me concerned for Olivia. I could just hold on to the note and give it back after class. Hell, Olivia wouldn't even know. She doesn't even know I'm in this class. Huh. What do you want? What do you want? One? One everywhere? The poll is a blowout, by the way. We're just gonna do it. Draw the Gator girl on a half pipe. What's life without a little bit of risk? I wait for Miss Prockling to start a new tangent to make sure I have enough time. She just said something about the single continent movement. Time to move. This is gonna be basically a stick figure, but still a doodle. If only you could doodle a photograph. I'm not sure what I mean by that. I also don't know how to draw a wheelchair. Me neither, brother. What have been the choices so far? What have been the choices so far? In the end, it looks more like an abstract depiction of a bow-legged T-Rex than what I wanted. Oops. It'll have to do. I check it over one last time, as if I had the conceptualization to improve it. Oh well. I pass the note forward, careful not to notify the teacher. Olivia takes the note over her shoulder, once more not checking it. She seems to deflate a bit on opening the note. Probably because of all the blank space. Doesn't look like she recognizes whatever I did either. Here's you on a half pipe, bitch. Olivia doing a a spinal transfer over Bam Margera. Maybe I should talk about it with her after class? I don't know. Seems like an okay thing to do. She just passed the note again. What? Once more, the process of students taking the note and passing it along without looking at it. Although this time it's a little bit more collectively annoyed. Probably won't go around again. Why the heck would Olivia send the note around again? Nobody's gonna change their mind and draw something now. Is it desperation? Thoughtlessness? Whatever it is, the note's coming my way again. I take it and I confirm that yes, no one wrote anything. However, there's a new doodle of a rat with a flamethrower from Olivia. That's her favorite thing. Cute! Alright, guess this time I'll draw... How about adding myself to the sketch of the half pipe? This time, I depict myself as a stick figure. No use trying to go outside my skill level for a note passing game. Simple enough to do. I even include my own sunglasses. Quit beeping. Yeah, I'm liking this. Maybe I should also make sure Miss Prockling isn't looking my way. This moment between the two is very cute, I have to say, throughout the entire game. Yeah, this is adorable. Yeah, she's not right now. I'm in luck. Alright, time to pass this on. I pass the note forward once more. Olivia pinches the note between two fingers, not looking back. Keep saying that. I keep saying that, but it's not weird. Why would you look back in that situation? She checks the note. She glances up to the corner I'd drawn in. I nearly fall out of my seat from the sudden loud noise. There's a moment of unwavering silence before a voice speaks up. Miss Halford? The girl in question shrinks in her seat in embarrassment. Sorry, Miss Prockling, I saw a spider. Miss Prockling simply sighs, muttering to herself and turning her attention back to writing more notes on the board. She turns her head back slowly, just enough to be able to make eye contact with me. While she eyes me with judging contempt and curiosity, I see her hand is tenderly massaging the tip of her tail. What does that mean? Looking at the floor, I think she managed to chip the linoleum. As soon as Prockling turns around to continue teaching, Olivia scribbles something down. She turns to look at me once more, hesitating, then she flicks the note in my direction. Completely misses me, by the way. I try to catch it midair, but it ends up slamming me in my face, onto my desk to get it. Mr. Nito, what was that noise? I palm the note into my sleeve and strain to keep my injured eye open. The teacher probably meant the foot stomping. What? Found that spider, Miss Prockling. The teacher grimaces. That better be cleaned up by the end of class then, Mr. Nito. Yes, ma'am. I breathe a sigh of relief as my excuse weathers Miss Prockling's stare. She turns a few pages in a textbook lying on her desk, instructing the class to do the same as she searches for something. Clean up that dead spider, young man. She's got a strong tail. She's distracted. I can finally see what Olivia drew. There's now a surprisingly detailed dodgeball whizzing towards my stick figure's head. I want to be upset, but I find myself admiring her motion lines. Seriously, she should be an animator. I mull over what to add, and settle on giving the large rat sunglasses as well. Remember, he had a flamethrower. A few seconds later, he looks twice as cool as before. I look up to Olivia, pondering how to get it back to her when a sinister idea comes to mind. Her hood hangs open. Put it in her hood. Her hood hangs open as it rests on her back. It's a tough shot, but... Boosh! Bingo. Olivia scratches at the back of her neck and finds the note. She looks back with squinted eyes, judging my intent and scanning me for foul play. She mouths something at me, a question I think, but I'm not the most apt lip reader. Especially when said lips are thrice as long as a human's. Freak! Still, she unfolds the page, and seconds later she's already added a new sketch and folded it up. The note lands neatly on my desk this time, and I inspect the latest edition. 2 points? We switched it, boosh! More rats doing decidedly non-rat activities. I wondered what she'd think of a cat this time. We continue passing the sheet back and forth, adding new sketches and adding to others. You won't believe me, but this was a part of the reason how I married my wife. Just passing a paper back and forth, drawing shit on it. My fingers are starting to tire when Miss Prockling addresses Olivia. Alright, Miss Alfred, you may leave now. Everyone else, you may take the last 5 minutes to start on your own homework. Olivia takes her time to pack away her supplies, occasionally glancing my way. I'm really him. I'm really him. They must have amnesia. They forgot I'm him. Gone is the paranoia. Now, just the plain confusion. As if I wouldn't play the doodle game thing with her. Even as she wheels out of the room, I notice her eyes still on me. I give her a wave goodbye and she seems shocked by that, turning her head and finally passing through the doorway. Right then, homework! Oh shit. It only now occurs to me there's a pretty good reason the teacher doesn't want us slacking off during class. For the last 5 minutes I try to speed read the second chapter in its entirety. Failing to get any good information for use for today's homework, I resolve to just check online for a lecture that's not as boring. Maybe one with a good animation even? When the rest of us are finally excused, I realize I've still got the page full of doodles. Considering all the stuff on it, I'd feel like a waste to just toss it away. I keep it. I slip it into one of my binder's extra plastic sleeves. With everything safely packed away, I shoulder my backpack and exit the room.